teams about ready to get this one started here in Detroit. It's the Indians and the Tigers, and it's next. Friday night baseball on the show, and we come your way from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Cleveland Indians and the Tigers. Welcome in, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this early season matchup. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons as we delve into our pitching matchup here in the opener.
All right, let's check in on the numbers on these guys so far this year, and they're definitely going to have to battle the elements out there a bit tonight. They've got the cold, they've got the wind, and that's not an ideal situation. But in many ways, it's much tougher on the hitter than it is the pitcher. So I'd expect each of these guys to be working in with the fastball. Get it in a little bit more than usual.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Indians, as their order will read like this. And getting his final warm-up tosses in, there you see the numbers for one of the very best starters in the game, all-star right-hander Justin Verlander. Verlander takes care of the leadoff man here, and with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. 3 up, 3 down against Verlander here in the first. Indians nothing. Tigers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Tigers now. And there you see the starting pitcher they'll match up against as you look at his numbers on the right side of your screen. Defensively, the Indians will line up this way. Brandon Moss leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Brandon Moss.
Here's the first offering. Now a swing on the first pitch as he sends this one out to the second baseman Kinsler. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. So with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these two teams find themselves entering our ballgame here today. Lonnie Chisenhall will dig in now. He had 3 hits in that ballgame on Wednesday. Verlander now on 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's gonna strike hitters out. The question is, are you gonna make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
Yan Gomes will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in third, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing doing against Verlander that time around. Still nothing. Machado will get his first chance now, trying to get something. Now the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll move to the third with no score. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana will settle in to lead things off here for Cleveland.
Guy you want to mess with here. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
Swing and a miss, and he's got that strikeout pitch working now. That's 3 in a row for him as there's 1 away.
We'll get a good look at the grip on this last circle change. You can see that your fingers actually make kind of an OK symbol on the side of the baseball. And that gives it that nice fading movement it has at the end.
Mike Aviles will stand in for the first time now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Ball 4.
Batting ninth, second baseman
Michael Martinez will stand in now. 1 for 5 on Wednesday. Look, now the pitch. Oh, this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, that's just your classic 0-2 changeup right there. What he's trying to do there is to get that hitter's aggressiveness to work against him. And he just goes fishing in the dirt for a bad pitch and an easy punch-out.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. That's
2 count. He's got probably 5 different...
And hold that thought, as that's a strikeout for out number 3. So the inning will come to an end. 1 left for the Tribe. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. David Murphy will stand in now to get now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
The left fielder, number 23.
Michael Brantley will stand in. He took home a silver slugger.
The big thunder coming next, so you do not want to lose this guy.
And this is lined into center field now, so something brewing here. Back-to-back hits to start the frame. Brandon Moss will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning. Fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
That seems to fit the pattern. You better not get too predictable out there. Guys can catch on quick.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. You know, nothing gets you off the hook after back-to-back singles, quite like a double play ball to that 3rd guy.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. And here's a ball hit in the air. Castellanos is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out of potential trouble. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. It starts with a 1-pitch out. Rajay Davis will dig in here. He flew out his first time around.
And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
Now a ground ball towards the hole. Up with it is Aviles. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see, but it's going to finally get him into that hit column. And at this point, they'll take any...
Afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
And this one is gone. A home run. A 2-run home run from Miguel Cabrera. Number 397 for him now as he draws closer to 400. And it's given Detroit a 2-0 lead.
I'll tell you what, there is no better feeling for a hitter after being backed off the plate to turn around and do this on the next pitch. That is just the ultimate. You think you can intimidate me? Think again.
5th.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, they're not even making solid contact right now.
Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Oye como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana. And the Indians are on the board now. It's a 2-1 game.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup.
Michael Martinez will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Now the pitch. And a slider, called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger and the side is retired. Indians pick up 1 thanks to this at-bat from Carlos Santana. Middle of the night now from Comerica Park. And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. And this will get past Chisenhall down the line. It's a fair ball. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Machado has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Michael Bourne will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was
to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And Bourne is aboard here. It's a base hit. So with the leadoff man reaching base here, let's take a moment to check out this date in baseball history. David Murphy will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look as a left-hander starts to get loose. Now a swing as he shoots this one over to first. There's one on the first, and as Ernie may have said, it's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers. 2 will put the squeeze on this one, and the inning is over. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. We're through the first 6 innings with the Tigers on top, and before we start the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary. Yoenis Cespedes will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats. Now this is lined into left field for a base hit. Machado will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a big. He's ready, now the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. On to the second baseman covering, and he can't handle it. And the inning will continue now as there are 2 on with 2 away. Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. Not an altogether bad performance here, 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around. Brian Shaw will get the ball looking to get the final out now here in this 7th inning.
Brian Shaw.
Al Albuquerque will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Mike Aviles will step in, a ground 2. Now here's the pitch. And this is hit on the ground down the line to third. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. Jose Ramirez come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 11, Jose Ramirez.
Back to 2-1. He's set, now the pitch. And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. Run into scoring position. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Michael Bourne will dig in. He singled his last time around.
Well, just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And he misses again, ball 4, and that's in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame.
Still hasn't shown up yet. Like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here. David Murphy will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot. You're stuck facing a guy like this.
Michael Brantley will get his shot now with a golden opportunity. Pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
And this is where the Indians just need one hit.
And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. Martinez is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. 3 left for the Indians. They still trail it here 2-1. Jose Ramirez will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Number 11, Jose Ramirez.
Ian Kinsler will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him. It's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and stepping in is the center fielder, Rajay Davis. First offering on the way. There goes Kinsler. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
And I think everybody in the ballpark knew that he was going to be running with 2 away. But even when you know it's coming, he's still hard to get a handle on. And he's in the scoring position now with that stolen.
And this is swung on and missed, though the ball did hit the ground, so he'll need to go to first. And the throw is middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6, as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup has been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
Brandon Moss will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize. Now a bullet back up the middle. And that's through into center field, so the tying run's aboard to kick off the inning. Head back to first. Yan Gomes will dig in. He lined out hard in his left. The next 0-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Kinsler for 1. Back to first, a double play, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, these guys fought hard right to the end. They got the tying run on base here in the 9th. But they couldn't get any further than that. The double play ball brings this game to a close.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Tigers got a great start in this one out of the gentleman you see there. Justin Verlander. Strike opposed. He's our top player in the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched